Hey guys, welcome back. Dr. Avalanche, Crimson, welcome. Well, we're back in Betty's hellscape, and I know we're all very excited since the lava showed up. Rob, my vent guy's here. Thank goodness. Steven, welcome. The big problem now, for those who may be catching up, is not really the lava. You're thinking to yourself, Dave, you're in Betty's hellscape, and you are constantly getting drenched with lava. What's the problem? The problem is the zombie infiltration. Catonius, welcome. Problem is we've got a bit of a zombie incursion, and they keep getting closer and closer, and I think we're just going to have to start to deal with them. I was broadly ignoring them, as I tend to do with zombies, but this guy's going to be kicking around for like 2 more days. With, not rotting and falling apart and things like that. And we've restricted the zone so much that there's barely anywhere left for people to go. I think we've got to start putting together some kind of kill squad here for the zombie incursion. Yeah, they're basically at the ship. If Shambler Doofer, by the way, awesome Shambler name, if I were a zombie, I want you all to call me Doofer. Only if I'm a zombie. Under no other circumstances are you allowed to call me Doofer. Just if I've gone through zombification. I think we got to put a little bit of a kill squad together here, and bring a mastodon or two. If people could just bring some mastodons in with that would be great. It is very less red, in that there's less lava than there was yesterday. Frankly, yesterday. That doesn't mean there's no lava. We're going to keep working on lava plans Gamma and Delta, possibly Epsilon. We might even have to go down to Zeta. We'll have to see. Why can nobody hit this thing? Why can nobody hit a zombie? There we go. Hit the zombies, and we vaguely hit a zombie. We have vaguely hit a zombie. Okay, release the mastodons. Which one is releasing mastodons? Where'd mastodons go? I definitely have a mastodon. Okay, then stun it. I don't know what to do. I'm confused. It's ineffective. Zombies can't be stunned. It's all gone wrong. Okay, one zombie is in fact dead. Other zombies are not doing as well as they might ideally like to be. The Mastodon's just sort of bumbling around there. Do I not have... Is nobody on Mastodon duty? Grime, why are you not... Grime, come here. Why can you not release your War Mastodon? Martin, welcome. Martin, I'm not having a great day because my Mastodon has gotten very fussy about things. And is refusing to fight, which is probably smart if you're a Mastodon, because I'm not as good with the friendly fire as one might ideally like me to be. So the Mastodon's really making a very smart choice by not engaging in combat. So we're just going to have to do this the hard way, kids. Yeah, we're going to have to do it the hard way with guns and, well, mostly guns. If somebody wanted to take out those small children, who are zombies, I'm not randomly shooting children. They're zombies. They're dead. They were dead before I got there. Could we maybe focus on this one right here? If we could maybe focus on that one right there. Grime, why don't you get in there? You've got a pretty decent weapon, right? You've got a okay, one's down. Grime, why don't you take out that one? Okay, and I think we've dealt with the problem. Good, there's a shard here we can take. I don't necessarily need a shard, but it's not a bad thing to have it. Okay, we're gonna temporarily allow all the zombies just so I can bury them somewhere, because ain't no good having zombie guts kicking around. We all know that. Let's just put down, I don't know, like a whole bunch of graves, like there, that one. That's probably more than I need, but what the heck. Okay, that actually went fairly well. Everybody go off duty. Everybody go off duty. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming by, guys. Really appreciate everything. Now, we can go back into better zones. So, unrestricted for all of you guys. And the animals... Ooh. Yeah, where are we going to put you? That's a pretty good zone. You know, you can just kind of hang out around there. You'll find some food around there eventually. And then the mechs, my Constructobot, you're in the home zone. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be totally fine. Okay, hang on. I've dealt with the immediate threat. Coffee in my face. 1 second. There we go. Badger, welcome. All right, so we're doing a thing. We're building a thing for the guys who need the thing built. And that's going very, very well. But I would like to keep moving on the idea of getting these things done, because lava will continue to happen. We've got one of these stabilizers hacked. And now we need to work on the other ones. Now you, yeah, see, you're a Scorcher. You're a Militor. Okay, I'm not as threatened by the Militor, although that shotgun can do some work. A Scorcher and a Militor. Was it a zoning issue? Maybe the animals couldn't get into that zone? That doesn't really make sense. I mean, they're prepared for war. Hurley, welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on with Coffee Cam? There's nothing going on with Coffee Cam. It's a perfectly sensible cam. It's rotating a coffee cup that says #Geniusosity on it. That's as Coffee Cam as it's getting around here. I have coffee in an alternate cup with coffee in it. You can see that the Geniusosity, #Geniusosity Coffee Cam does not have coffee in it. So that's what's going on with that. It's a perfectly sensible way to display merchandise that someone may wish to purchase. Okay, back to work. So back to the hacking idea. And also back to the why... Like Grime. Okay, Grime's off on a trip now. Hang on. Grime's having dark visions and there's a combat supplier. So that's a trade ship. Okay, we might be able to do something with that. Who talks to people around here? Bertha, you're fairly good at that sort of thing, and that you're a number 4 on that. Doesn't look as bright as usual. Yeah, one of my lights is out, Hurley. So my ring light works sporadically and then not at all, and it's in a not at all phase. So I'm lighting it with another light, so it's the lighting is a little off. That part is definitely true. What was I going to do? Oh, talk to the space people. Bertha, go talk to the space people. Hey, Knife, you're sleeping right now. I'm going to just quickly put you... Oh, you still have that EMP launcher, don't you? Okay, does that still work? Show me that. Yeah, it does. A burst of electromagnetic... Okay, we're going to use that in a sec. I'm going to temporarily put you, Knife, on, like, numero uno cleaning duty, and then back you off of crafting. We just need to get the ship cleaned up a little bit. What was I going to do before that? Yeah, no, sorry, Knife. You can just go back to work. Sorry, man. Just go back to your thing. Ideally, cleaning. Cleaning would be great. So, the combat supplier. Bertha, you're going to work on that, right? Yeah, you're using the comms console. Figure out what these guys have got. What have I got to sell is the problem here. I don't really have anything to sell. I'm not going to sell components. Definitely not. These guys, I got to get better vac suits. Do they have any of those? No. They've got a samurai helmet. Do I look like I need a samurai helmet for 1402? Wow, I have exactly 1,000 silver. That's odd. That's an odd number to have. I don't think they really have anything that I want. I wouldn't mind getting like a heavy SMG or something, but I can make those. I can come up with those all by myself. No, I think we're gonna say thanks for coming by, guys, but boy, some medicine would not be a bad idea, would it? How much to get all of that? All of my money. Okay, how about we backed that off a little bit? How about we said maybe 20 medicine for half my money? Half my money. You have a Manchester United branded one. Fair. Totally fair. Totally fair. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and accept that. I'm not going to sell those vac suits even though they're junk because they're the only vac suits I've got. Hang on, coffee. On that, by the way, you'll be pleased to know, you'll be excited to know, you'll be jumping up and down and squealing to know that I have a long-term plan. Oh, wait, my light just went out completely. Hang on. Nope, we've lost the light completely. Okay. Well, that's as good as it's going to get then. Didn't put that in the charger, did you, Dave? So I have a long-term plan of, after Betty's hellscape, potentially getting into space. Ooh, shield's resistance has been broken. Good. Good. That's what I want. I need another person on board. The lava wall is working out excellent. It's just fantastic. And we're going to keep working on the lava wall when I get some more stone blocks that I don't really have right now because we're building this thing out of, you guessed it, kids, stone blocks. So how is everyone doing? Bertha, you're having a very bad day. Yeah, your son died. Get over it. Get over it. Oh, hang on, there's volcanic ash. Now what? Now what's our problem? The sun is blocked. And our lungs are burned. Neat. Well, you're going to get that if you land next to a volcano. You're going to get an amount of volcanic ash. Grime, why are you outside being stupid? You're having dark visions. Right. Where did the lava flow go to? It just sort of expanded and then contracted. So much like the flesh mass. In fact, I would bet you it's the same mechanic as the flesh mass from Anomaly. It just sort of expanded and filled up anything that wasn't stone, and then it just sort of disappeared. And said, we are done being lava right now. But we're counting on more. I mean, you're not just going to get one lava flow around here. You're going to get a bunch of them. I see Bertha's down here mining steel, mourning the death of her son, and having a light snack inside the volcanic ash. Excellent. I do have some other things earmarked for them to do. We got a ton of that obsidian. I got 17... Oh, hang on, there's a raid. What is your problem? What is the problem here? Wow, that's a lot of raiding people. Holy moly, that's a lot of raiding people. Maybe I incorporate a trap corridor into Lava Plan Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta. Maybe I just sort of work a trap corridor into that. Something to think about, but not something to think about right now. Let's go ahead and get the team together, which will unfortunately not include Grime. You guys sort of come up here and hang out. Excuse me one sec. More coffee needs to live inside my face. Sorry, when I do the Saturday live stream, I'm just getting off of work where I talk for 5 hours straight, basically, more or less. So by the time I get to the Saturday live stream, I am very throaty. I am kind of done talking, but here I am. I love doing this, so I keep doing it anyway. There we go. Let's get a team together here, because this is an issue. Wait, the mechs have woken up. Hang on. Oh, they woke up the mechs. Oh, perfect. No. Slow everything down. Slow everything down. Yeah, they're gonna fight the mechs instead of us. Oh, this is neat. Somebody will deal with parts of my problems, and in the meantime, these guys are coming like 2 at a time now. This is way better. I can take on 2 at once, and then 2 more are gonna come in. There's a psychic drone. We're not really gonna put a lot of importance into that, and that I've got other things to be doing right now. So these guys are going to come in and get shot in the face pretty quick. Hopefully pretty quick. Like pretty quick, right? Like super quick. Okay, we're not as good at the shooting as we might ideally like to, might want to be here. And you've got an EMP launcher, which doesn't really help. Why don't you go get, like, literally anything else at this point? I mean, you're useless to me now, kid. You're useless to me. Go get a rifle. Okay, this has gone to hell. This has gone to hell. This actually could potentially be a wipe. We might have tuned in at just the right time to watch Dave fail miserably. Yeah, Stench, go up there. These guys are tanky. That's the problem. They're wicked tanky. What kind of grenades do I have these days? Tox grenades, you say? Tox grenades. Frag grenades, you say? Frag grenades. Hey, Knife! Go grab those frag grenades, would you, kid? Thank you. You're probably going to be too late, but grab them anyway. This is... doing something. Oh, we shot it with the EMP thing. Yeah, I bet we did. That sounds like something we would have done. Attack whoever is going to die soon, basically. Attack you. Shoot you a bunch. Okay, are you going to die anytime in the near future? Not as such, no. No, okay. Okay, you're down. All right. Focus on literally anyone else right now, like maybe this guy. So, Thule, you're not really in range. Why don't you come down here? Just run the gauntlet there, kid. Run the gauntlet. Oh, Grime's back up and running. Neat. Could you come here and help in any way, shape, or form? You're down. Okay, you're down. So, focus now up here. Okay, focus up here. Actually, how about we focus right down here by this guy? Like this guy right here. There we go. Shoot him a bunch. There we go. He's down. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine now. We're all doing great. How are you? You come over. No, Thule, come over here. No, just go here. Go here. The Mastodon is finally making its way in. Grime, go attack this guy, and bring a Mastodon with you if you could. Bring a Mastodon with you. Okay, he's down. Everybody else... Okay, they're fleeing. Good. Okay. Everybody go off draft. There's a couple that could be captured. Are you any good? You're really intellectual. You're sanguine, which is very good. That's a permanent mood buff. And there was somebody over here. Did I see somebody else who was capturable? Yeah, you're not really much better. In fact, you're worse. Irioth here. I don't know, kid. You're not bad at crafting. You're not bad at crafting. I'm going to go with a loose no on this and just kind of focus on what we're doing, which is trying to get out of here with all of the things that we need to get out of here with. So, good news on that. The good news on that is that they totally took out the mechs down here. They did my job for me. So now we can start auto-hacking this. And that's a dead emu. All right, there's a perfectly good dead emu around there. Where did the mechs go? There's one there. Okay, I think that was the only one down there. Alrighty. You guys are just going to have to die where you are. I don't really have time for your nonsense. Okay, that went well. I think that went really, really well. Now, a smart person like me, who is a genius, hashtag geniusosity, would be, okay, you're going to be dead in 12 hours, and you are not going to be dead in 12 hours. Excellent. Could you tend to stench, please? Oh, no, Thule's on it. Never mind, Thule's on it. How about you tend to DeHook instead? No, Bertha. Bertha, come here. Listen to me. Tend to DeHook. Thank you. DeHook, how'd you do in all of that? Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Couple of gunshots. Who hasn't had a couple of gunshots? That's what I say. Who hasn't taken a few gunshots? Shield, if you wanted to come on board soon, that'd be awesome. Because I kind of need the manpower at this point. You could be doing doctorizing right now. You could be doctorizing your face off right now. Plenty of doctorizing to be doing. And now at least we've got the good medicine in here. That will be a help. I want to make more things out of obsidian. I've got it. I want to use it. So where's my artsy bench? Yeah, here we go. So I think I already queued this up, but you can do that. No, I haven't actually. No stone blocks. Do it out of jade or obsidian. Make it out of that. I don't think we're doing a whole lot of art right now. But we'll try and get that done. All right. Move things on slightly faster here. What I really need is to get the place cleaned up and then put ourselves on, like, #1 crafting of stone blocks. Oh, knife. I'm so sorry. What are you carrying right now? Frag grenades. Sure. That's cool. You can be undrafted. Wicked sorry, dude. Sorry, I left you drafted for ages. Yeah, go meditate out in the psyche or the volcanic ash there. That's a really, really good idea. That's what smart people do. I notice we're not really digging any graves or burying anyone at all, but we'll get on that in time. I'm sure that will be fine. The Constructo bot's out here doing things. It's a hauling bot. I'm sorry. You're hauling the auto pistol. That's all good. Did we order the remaining hospital bed? We did. We've not only got the hospital bed in play, but also the machines that go ping are in play as well. And that's about all I'm going to be able to squeeze in there. Unless I move this shelf, I could put in either another hospital bed in there. And actually, if I move this bed, I could put in another bed right there. We'll have to see how many injured people we're going to have. If I have 5 injured people, I'm having a really bad day. I've only got 6 colonists. If I've got 5 down, we're not doing very well. Hang on, coffee. There we go. All right. So hopefully we're going to get on the hacking thing soon. I've got a couple of people. Yeah, Grime should get on that. Grime should have no problem getting on that. You seem to be finding enough food to live on, which is good. There's not a lot around here, but we're just going to have to do the best we can with that. We've got some rice that is not going to really grow very much because we're in the middle of volcanic ash. We could get that agave. That's food. That's a type of food that could exist. I should probably start putting some doors in this place. Rob, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Betty's Hellscape is living up to its name of being a bit of a hellscape. And I only need to just get this one thing out of here, and then we can leave. None of these are promising me more Gravlite panels. This one apparently to obtain a Grav core. That's cool, but I already have one of those that I'm not really using because I don't have any more Gravlite panels. If I don't have any more panels, this is it. I am maxed out on panels. This is literally as big as my ship can get. I could strip the whole thing down and reconfigure it into something, but this is as big as it's going to get. It won't get any bigger than this because I've got nothing to build them with. William, Vic, you're probably going to want to get out of the volcanic ash. That's not good, kid. Nobody enjoys that sort of thing. There we go. Grimes down here working. Okay, yep, we're getting the hack done here. It's going to take a few days, but the hack is coming. And then we'll go take out the other mechs on the other one and try and deal with that. Oh, Shield's on board. Yay! Shield, welcome to the team. You're already going to have an extreme break risk. Yeah, I know you're dependent on Psychite. I don't actually think I have anything for that. Do I have any tea? Do I have any Psychite tea? You can search for that, Dave. There's a search feature that you never, ever use. Psychoid. No, we're in the process of beginning to try to vaguely make it, but I don't have any right now. How soon until you fall over into a coma? Deficiency, okay, so let me see here. You had 24 days ago. Great, I got 6 days. No, 6 days till the coma, and then another 30 days and you're dead. Welcome to the team, Shield. Welcome to the team. Can you learn to make the panels? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, we might already know how to do that. So, not that. Advanced Grav Tech. Yeah, I can make them, but to do that, I need Vaxstone blocks. So this is part of the long-term plan. Buzzkill, welcome. This is part of the long-term plan. Is that we need to get into space, because that's the only place that Vaxstone lives. So I need to get into space so I can get these blocks so I can make my own panels. And then after that, how many panels I have is irrelevant. I can just make my own. And it's only 1 plasteel, too. That's pretty good. So eventually, we'll go up into space, he says optimistically. And we'll check out the orbit here. So view orbit. And then we're going to hope that one of these, yeah, there we go, Vaxstone with silver, Vaxstone with uranium. I just need to get over here. Ideally, I'd love to have the better vac suits, but that's a bit of a thing. But what I do have, we looked at it the last time, the ability, is it an oxygen pump that I'm doing? Repressurize in space. Long stays in orbit. The vac barrier is what I want to make an airlock. That's what I want for an airlock. So I'm thinking we're going to put that like here, something like that. And then I'll do a wall in here. The oxygen pump. Should I just make that? I can just make that. Like it's 100 steel and 2 components. I can do that all day. Allowing enclosed areas to repressurize. I have to think about how I want to use that. So we could theoretically get into space right now. I can put the thing up. Maybe I'll actually even work on that a little bit today if we've got some downtime. This actually might be a good spot for it down here. Put a door here and then make this into a sort of airlock area. Okay, I'll have to think about that. What? Shield's already having a tantrum. No, Shield, we don't wear the vac suits. Hang on, I gotta fuss with Shield. Don't wear terrible clothing. You can do whatever drugs you want. We don't actually have any. But yeah, if you could actually not do that. And then you could have this room, by the way. This can be Shield's room. It's a terrible room. Shield already is having a freak out. Thank you. You're no longer having a tantrum. Good. Good. I have no drugs for you, kid. No drugs at all. Are we on plan Delta or Gamma? Great question. Great question. We're on Beta Subplan 2A. We're on Beta Subplan 2A. We'll be moving to Plan Delta soon. And someone in the comments was polite enough to tell me, hey, Gamma comes before Delta. To which I reply, what channel do you think you're on? What channel do you think you're on? You're lucky it's not Zeta. You're lucky it's not Epsilon. They'll go in whatever order comes out of my mouth. And on a Saturday, we're never really sure of that. Never really sure. Let's get Shield working. So you need to be number 1 on all the things you're number 1 at. You're actually not a bad doctor. You're not a great doctor, but you're not a bad doctor. You can cook, too. Primarily, you're going to be in charge of plants, but we're not really doing much with that right now. So why don't you also be on some crafting and some tailoring and some smithing if you feel like doing that sort of thing. You make any of those things happen, and everybody does construction whether they want to or not. Now, you can wield a weapon Why don't you come grab... Shield, come here. Talk to me. How decent are you? Yeah, you're a 4. Why don't you come grab a rifle? Go get that. I got to get some better weapons at some point. Plan Omega is always fun. Plan Omega is the best plan because it's usually the last plan, except for Plan Zeta when it's not. Is this a sword down here? Why do I have an unfinished obsidian simple helmet just kicking around? Could we not? Could we maybe make the thing that we're supposed to make, please? There we go. All right, Shield's on it. Shield knows what to do here. Look at me making my obsidian simple helmet. Maybe you'd like to wear it, Shield. You can wear that if you'd like. That's cool. Finish that out. You want to wear that? You can have it if you want. It's not drugs, but it's something. It's better than not drugs, I guess. So go ahead and grab that if it takes your fancy there. Takes your fancy. Okay? If it takes your fancy. We're getting, I think, even more obsidian coming in. Or that might... No, sorry, that was just regular steel. That's fine. Doing great on steel. In terms of raw materials, I'm actually not doing that badly. What do we got here? That is more granite. This is... I think they've got all the parts in here. So I could start working on the wall a little more in granite. Could do that. I'm going to let them make... You say you're going to let them make more stone blocks. Would it not be an idea to do preventative wall rather than reactive wall when the lava comes? Would that not be a better idea, Dave? Let's do this in small doses. So, build... What did I just say I had a ton of? Granite. Okay. So, build a granite wall right here for a start. And then actually, that'll be just kind of a natural door we can use. What? What do you want? Oh, Knife's having a sad wander. I would too, kid. I'm sad too, Knife. We're in Betty's hellscape. I own this door. Thank you. That's a pretty good spot for a door. We'll keep a door down there. So Knife's wandering around being all sad. He's like, I am sad. I have a fancy, fancy hat, but I am sad. I'm sad about my hat. You know, a way you wouldn't be less sad, Knife, is if you swept up around the place like I told you to. What am I making over here? What is that? A machining table? Do I not have a machining table? Whoa, I don't have a machining table. Oh, that might have got destroyed. Yeah, there's some slag there. Somebody must have destroyed that in a temper. That sounds like something that would have happened. Bertha, you're sad again. Is this about your son? No, you're actually over the fact of your dead son. Good. Good. Bertha has completely forgotten about Harry Igor. Yep, doesn't care anymore. Intense pain. What is your problem? Oh, you have major food poisoning. Yeah, that is a problem. That is a problem. Speaking of food, do we have any? Not really. Not really. Not in the sense that I'm encouraged by the amount of food we have. I could harvest this now. There's probably quite a bit of food in there. I'm just going to go ahead and say cut all this now because it's not going to grow while we've got this volcanic ash. So I may as well get what I can get. And then let's go see if there's anything to murder. Monitor lizards can definitely be murdered. Vultures do not fight back or explode. And all of these guys can all get shot. Hey, Knife, you can do some hunting too if you want to get down with that kind of thing. Oh, you're already on it. Yeah, you're already on 3 on hunting. And Stench, you could do hunting. There's actually no reason you couldn't do that. And also Thule, you can do hunting. Everyone kill an animal. What's the game plan for Igor 3.0? You know, Buzzkill, that's a great question. I'm glad you're asking the important questions. I don't have the vision in my head for Igor 3.0. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be very, very exciting. And you're going to say, my God, Dave, I'm so excited. This is why I tune in. It's for the geniusosity. So, hang on. Are you actually getting it? Hang on. I have done this wrong. Cancel that. I didn't actually mean for you to cut them. I just meant for you to harvest them. Sorry, Knife. Shield, rather. Lost a little bit there. You were getting some, but I think we can do better than that. I think we can do a little better. Maybe. Anyway, we'll get something out of here. That's a great question. Igor 3.0 is going to be very, very exciting. In what way, I don't know. It might be exciting in a dark and morbid and possibly disturbing way. But the geniusosity, hashtag geniusosity, will be washing over you like a cool breeze in the summer. And you'll say, Igor 3.0. I don't know what that is. See, the only people who are breeding right now are Stench and Bertha, and I've kind of, I've snipped bits off of Stench to prevent that. And I can't put them back. Hang on, somebody's down. Bertha is catatonic. Catatonic. And you're over your son. It's not like you care about your son anymore. Go ahead and get that. Is anyone local that can go get Bertha to Hook? I don't know where you are. Can you go rescue Bertha, please? She's gone all catatonic. She's gone very silly. She's gone extremely silly about things. She's got to get over things. And we're not doing anything anymore. We've stopped doing everything. Knife, do you remember when I put you on, like, #1 cleaning duty and then, like, you didn't clean anything? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Knife, come here. Don't ignore me. How about we go clean the hospital? Would that be fun? Let's go clean the hospital. You and me, Knife. And by you and me, I mean you, largely. I've directed you to do it. What I would like you to do is do it. Okay? It's a simple command. Grab a mop. Get the blood, the mastodon poop, the vomit. Get all of this off the floor. Isn't it nicer when you have a clean hospital, Knife? Look at how great that is. That was awesome. Now you're back to meditating. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you're one with the universe, Knife. Okay? We care if the hospital is clean. That's it. I have one more spare bedroom. I could take one more potential prisoner and or somebody recruit. Where are we at on the thing but down here, by the way? 232 out of 500. Great. So we're about halfway. We're about halfway done with that. That's fantastic. And then by the time that's done, the crew will probably be in a slightly better shape to deal with these two guys. Remember that EMP launcher exists. Don't carry it every day, but remember that it exists. Where did we put that, by the way? You have frag grenades. Did we... Oh, God, now I've got to find it again. The handy-dandy search feature that I never use. EMP launcher. Where is it? Oh, it's right in here. Okay, I see it in there vaguely. All right, get that out of there. All right, hang on. More coffee in my face. There we go. All right, back to work. What is this? What are we leaving down here? Oh yeah, my obsidian breach axe. I definitely want that thing. That looks awesome. And food is coming in. More importantly, food is beginning to come in. You know what? Start killing some rats too. That's fine. Oh, there we go. Donkeys. Everyone likes a good donkey slice. Big old slice of donkey. Donkey fillet. Donkey mignon. Everyone likes that. Tell me at home that you don't like donkey and I don't believe you. I'll say, no, you're wrong. Technically, I do have another bedroom here, but we're kind of saving that for people we want to beat up and Mike Tyson us into loving it. Rip out the carpet and burn it. Yeah, no kidding. You ain't getting the mastodon poop out of this. It's just not going to happen. I don't care how much you scrub that thing. It's in there forever. Forever. And who's on #1 animal duty, by the way? That should be Grime, right? We kind of peeled you back a little bit on that because of the research thing. I do want you more on research than anything else. I really do. I want to get these things done, and I want to get out of here. As much as it might shock people, I'm not enjoying Betty's hellscape. I'd like to leave Betty's hellscape and go to, like, Betty's beautiful green pastures that are full of abundant arable land and nobody ever hurts you ever. That's the Betty I want to know. That's the Betty I love. Betty's hellscape, not as much. Not as much, really. Betty's beautiful land, absolutely. A special exchange. That sounds dirty. Okay. They would like to purchase 8 AirWire headsets of normal quality. No, we're just not doing that. I wouldn't mind having the Royal Goodwill. But no, that's a lot of materials that I don't want to give up. No, I mean, it's a good... I mean, the Persona sword would be nice. But no, we're just going to go ahead and pass on that. Thank you. We're just going to pass on that. Buzzkill, I know you're into Betty's hellscape. We all are. But Betty's abundant land full of abundance, where food grows in abundance and the animals are abundant and love it when you murder them and eat them, that's the land I want to explore. I've seen Betty's hellscape. I'm familiar with it. I get it. What I'd like to see is Betty's beautiful, abundant land full of abundance. And then at least for a vacation. At least for a bit of a break. Because Betty's hellscape is more than living up to its name. Speaking of which, we should keep focusing on... Yeah, we got to get this done, guys. Guys, we're kind of slacking on this a little bit. Stench, why don't you go number 1 on construction, because Shield can handle a lot of the plant duty now. Now that Shield's on board, a lot of the plant things can be happening. So why don't you go number 1 on construction rather than the thing that you're doing right now. And we are getting some meals coming in. All right, meals are starting to tick back up slowly. Dave, like Grandma's Betty's house where you get good cooking. Yeah, and animals that love to be murdered. Animals that come up and are like, oh my god, please eat me. Please shoot me in the head and eat me. I'm a giant donkey, and I have lots of good donkey meat on me. Please shoot me in the head and eat me. That's the Betty I'd like to know. That's the Betty's land that I want to visit, where it's just a land of abundance. We were in a land of abundance. We were doing great with the land of abundance. And then we had to flee the land of abundance because it wasn't abundant anymore. Things were happening. Things were happening badly. How are we doing on this? We made any more moves? No, not that one. That one. It's deactivated. Oh, we did it. Wow, you guys moved quick on that. Okay, let's go to contestant number 3 then. Knife. Actually, who's... Like, knife, what's your... Yeah, you should actually have a good weapon, Knife. Now, when Bertha fell over, where did her weapon go? Also, why are we... Oh, I know why we're not allowing that. Yeah, we weren't allowing that because of the zone issue with the zombies. Bertha, when you fell over, I don't remember what you had. If you had an LMG or an SMG or something MG. You definitely had an MG. MG was... Is that my new Obsidian Breach Axe in there? The LMG, there we go. That's a steel axe. Alright, Bertha's down for the count. So, Knife, I'm going to give you the SMG or whatever it's called. The LMG. There we go. You go get that. I'll give Bertha maybe the EMP thing, because that will deal with mechs very, very nicely. So, Bertha, when do you think you might be contributing to the general welfare of the colony? Catatonic breakdown. Okay. Super. Way to contribute there, Bertha. Way to contribute, Bertha. A nice one. Thanks, Bertha. Seems as the volcanic ash is over. How are we doing on the psychite here? Because I got a guy who's going to be dead soon. Just saying. What do the relay stabilizers do? Great question, Hurley. Nobody knows. So, what we're after is this thing. We're after this relay. And that will apparently allow me to get a grav core that I don't specifically need. But putting that aside, I'm going to get this agave that I do specifically need because we need food. So, we were told when we landed here, we could just go and get this. We could hack it or destroy it. But if we don't take out these stabilizers first, there's going to be like a giant mech attack. They're like, don't do that, because that's a very silly thing to do. You should take out these 3 nodes first, and then do your thing. So we're 2 out of 3 right now. We've only got that one over there to deal with. And actually, people are probably in a pretty good position to do that. So, Shield. Why don't you get the EMP Whoosy McWhatsit? Okay, go get that. And then we're going to have a bit of a mech burning party, where we're gonna get some mechs and we're going to burn them with EMP. So, everybody who is conscious, we're going on a little field trip. Everybody come down here, like this-ish. There's no real cover here. I'm in the middle of a volcano. There's going to be no cover at all, so I'm not going to sweat that. Speaking of agave, let's get more of it, because it's free food. It's the only food on this map. I may as well have it. So they have not noticed. See, the animals are coming, but I don't have my release the mastodons. What is going on with that? Have you guys lost some sort of training? Which mastodon are you? I'm very confused by my mastodons. You're fish. Well, what is your problem, fish? And where is everyone else? You all appear to be trained to kill. You don't have a master. You do. What are you doing here? Follow the master while he's doing field work. No. So, fish, maybe you're not fully trained to attack yet. I mean, we are training you to attack. But you haven't actually attacked. You're just sort of observing. You're just like, hey, how do people attack? Let's learn. Who did I give the Whoosy McWhatsit to? That was Shield. Shield, what's your range? Okay, come up a little bit tighter here. All right, like that. And then Shield, you're going to be broadly useless after this is done. No, little tiny bit further, guys. Tiny bit further. Okay. Slow everything down. Shield, let's do your whoosy-McWhat thing right here. And then get everyone else ready. So do that and come up here. You going to do that? There we go. Okay. Didn't quite get the other one. So attack this one. The one who's not stunned. Grime should actually do great work with that. There we go. And then everybody attack... Actually, Grime, just do it yourself. The thing's down. You're the one with the long sword. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. Grime is in there. Right, can we not shoot Grime? Okay, we're still kind of shooting Grime. I think the whoosy-McWhat's it. No, it's still stunned. You guys just focus on that. You guys just chill. Shield, what are you... Are you still firing that? That's cool, but we don't need you to do that anymore. Just, Grime can deal with that. He's got a plasteel longsword. He's going to do fine with this thing. He says optimistically. How's it actually doing? Not actually as good. Okay, okay. Can't you assign the master to others? Yes, if I could. So, see, I've actually got no option for that. I've got no clickable thing here. I could change Fish's master, but I can't put in a new one yet until probably they're trained. All right, so everyone down here, just sort of come up here. Maybe we can vaguely avoid friendly fire, if at all possible. Okay, it's done. All right, everybody go home. Thank you. Grime, how did you fare out of that? You took a few friendly fire shots there. Yeah! Yeah, we shot you 3 times. You're going to be dead in 12 hours. Good job, team. Good job, team. Excellent job at shooting our own people there. Well done, everybody. This can be auto-hacked now. Unfortunately, Grime was the person I needed to do that. Shouldn't volcanic ash be good for crops? You'd think so, wouldn't you? You'd think so. And yet it is not. And yet it's not working out. Thule, what are you doing? Oh, you're hauling the Scorcher. Yeah, cool. Go do that. That's a good idea. We'll get Grime in the hospital here. He'll be broadly fine. We'll take care of that pretty quickly. Now, Shield, why don't you instead now get a rifle or something? Or actually, go get that LMG. That's fine. We'll find something else for Bertha. Pack hunter ability to animals. I love what they've done to the animals. I love the new animals. Hurley, I have a ship full of mastodons. And it's really perfect. That's all they had to say to me with Odyssey. They didn't have to tell me about the spaceship or going into space or doing things with space. All they had to say was, ship full of mastodons. Like, yep, I will pay you, whatever, $29 for that or whatever the price of it was. That's all I needed to know. Thank you very much. So, but yeah, ship full of mastodons. They have trained, there's some changes to the training. I don't know if it's a lot of changes. But now, what is cool, so 2 things are cool. 1, predatory animals will feed themselves. They'll just go out, like we have tigers in the Mechanoid run, or excuse me, the Mechanator run, and they will just go feed themselves. They'll just go find something to kill and eat it. It's fantastic. You don't have to deal with them. And allegedly, we haven't really figured out how to do this yet. Allegedly, you can train some animals to hunt specific things. So, like, I could maybe train the tigers to hunt, I don't know, emus or something, and just, kill those specifically. So you can kind of turn your predatory animals into hunters. We haven't actually figured out how to do that. It doesn't seem to be anything that's assigned to the training tab. Also, even though you can make them sentient, that doesn't seem to help at all. Poxitive, welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you order them to attack? Absolutely. No, Hurley, you got to dial back the episodes of the Odyssey run here. You were way behind. An army of mastodons basically breaks RimWorld. This is a low count for mastodons. I have lost 1 or 2, and I sold a couple. But I've had way more adult, well-trained war mastodons. It just breaks everything. I mean, think about this, Hurley. You let's say, for argument's sake, it's the post-apocalypse and you're a raider. It's Hurley's raider gang. And you've got like 2 or 3 guys. You're like, yay, Hurley's our leader. We're going to go raid something. And Hurley's like, yeah, we're going to go raid stuff and take stuff and steal stuff and like beat people up. I assume that's how you'd react in the post-apocalypse. So you go raid somebody. You're like, hey, there's this spaceship and there's only like 3 people and it's a rinky-dink little shuttle. Let's go raid that. And your team is like, again, 3-4 guys. They're like, yeah, totally, Hurley. Let's go do that. Let's go be raiders. Yeah, we're so cool. And we got like spikes on our hat. Because you're all going to have spikes on your hat. And you go up there and you're charging in and you're like, Urgh! And you got like, I don't know, knives and guns and stuff. And then out of the door comes 7 giant mastodons charging towards you. How well do you think you're going to do with that? How well do you think you're going to do with that? Because I'm going to tell you what, from a RimWorld perspective, it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. They just stomp on people, and they're dead. They just stomp on them. There were a couple of, I think there was at least a couple of raids where I just did nothing. I just let the mastodons handle it. They just stomp on everything. It's fantastic. Now, again, I'm in a low count mastodon ratio right now. And the mastodons I do have are effectively babies, and they're not trained up. But when these guys are trained to kill, oh boy, will they kill! I don't even know if they understand that they're killing. They're just walking over things, and there just happen to be raiders under their feet. So it's wonderful. The tigers in the Mechanator run are amazing. Just an army of tigers trained to kill. I think someone in the Discord put up something where they had an army of trained crows that just a murder of crows just murdered people. So it's I love what they're doing with the animals. It's fantastic. Are any of the mastodons pregnant? I think no, and none of them are sterile though. That's good. So I've got 2 males, 2 females. We've got flock of seagulls. Just don't ask, Hurley. Bunny, Fish, and Paul Stanley. Don't ask. So Fish, how are you doing? You were shot a bunch of times, but somebody has dealt with you. Somebody's dealt with you. They're very resilient, too. It takes a lot to kill a mastodon, as you can well imagine. So the potential for more mastodons does exist. Just not right at this exact second. Also, somebody chopped that tree down. I don't like that tree. That tree offends me. It doesn't. I just like to have the wood so I can make more chem fuel. Yeah, the birds. My only problem with the new animals is a lot of the birds are just reskins. Like bluebird, crow, I don't know what else, like a sparrow. They're all kind like we didn't really try very hard with that. Rob's got an army of cougars. I'm going to go ahead and just reiterate, army of mastodons breaks this game. Hair metal. Okay, hold that thought, Crimson. Hold that thought. The next mastodon that is born, remind me of that. I don't think we're getting one of those. There we go. Okay, so you trained for attack 1 out of 2. I think this is why it wasn't attacking. It wasn't fully trained to do it. Yeah, it's not fully trained to attack. It will be. But not right at this exact second. That's fine. So hair metal, we will absolutely reserve that name for the next mastodon. I just want to check again. None of them are sterile. So the potential exists. Again, 2 males, 2 females. Somebody's getting pregnant. I'm actually shocked it hasn't happened. Because like we saw earlier, these things breed like rabbits. There's a party. Maybe. I don't know. Who is actually a faith holder? I guess we have those people. We could just have a party. It might not be the worst idea. It might cheer people up a little bit. Because everyone is wicked sad. So if we had a party out here, what was that called again? I never remember. There we go. One looks his party. Oh no, it's going to be terrible. Oh no. We won't do that. No, it's going to be a terrible party. No one wants to go to a terrible party. That's an awful idea. I want to go to a good party where good things happen. Okay. I'm kind of just scanning the ship to think about how to reorganize the space a little bit better. I could eliminate this room. Well, eliminate the beds in this room and turn that into storage of a sort. That's not the... But then I'm going to lose a potential prison. Am I going to have more than one prisoner at a time? I might have one of my own prisoners. We might get a quest, like one of those prisoner quests. So I don't know. Oh, Grime's gone insane again. Wait, you're using a despised weapon? Are you really? What's your despised weapon? Plasteel longsword. What do you want? You want noble... Weapons noble and despised. Okay, what's your gig? I can figure out something for you. What is your preferred weapon? Rolls, buildings, relics, weapons. You want melee blunt. Okay, you don't want a piercing weapon, you want a blunt weapon. And you venerate the peafowl. Hey, who doesn't? Who does? Mrs. David and I do that on the regular, as the kids say. On the regular. Venerating peafowls. That sounds super weird. Try that at home. More importantly, try that at work. So some of you have jobs. I know I do. When you go into work, just say, I venerate the peafowl to everyone. Everyone. Like your boss calls you in, you're like, we need to address your performance, and you're just like, I venerate the peafowl. I bet you your boss is going to leave you alone after that. I bet you. There's not going to bother you ever again. Okay, a blunt weapon. I can totally work that out for you, kid. In fact, I don't think I can make you do this, but can you just drop that? No, I can't make you drop it right now because you're all psycho. We can make something happen. How about we make an obsidian mace for you? How cool would that be, dude? All right, an obsidian mace. So give me that, and then make that out of only obsidian. I got a ton of it. I may as well use it. And let's put this number 1. You know what? I'm gonna take care of you, Grime. All right, you're my boy. All right, you're my boy here. I'm gonna take care of you. Knife. I was gonna say I could probably pull you off of cleaning. No, the place is still an absolute pit. It's just disgusting around here. I turned down a job because I would miss the Dave train. Well, that's the great thing about the Dave train. You're just clinging for dear life. If you miss it at one station, it'll be there later, Hurley. Let's not actually lose employment perspectives for me. The Dave train ain't going anywhere. In fact, you know what, Hurley? The Dave train is eternal. It's on the intranets. It's on the old intranets here. You can refer to it at any time. As far as I'm concerned, I'm currently creating my own immortality right now. Generations will have to refer to these videos as how they know about geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. They'll be in class studying geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. And they'll be like, where did it begin? And the professor will be like, well, dude, we can totally check that out because, like, the internet is forever. I assume that's how professors will talk in the future. I just feel that's a thing. I did set this up to auto-hack, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, it's just nobody's really got on it. Because that's basically Grime and Knife is mopping the place up. I clearly took the job, hence my long absence. Well, you're going to need to get caught up. And that's the great thing. I'm creating my own immortality right here. Generations will watch this and go, who is this idiot? Why are we watching this? What's this geniusosity nonsense? And then they'll immediately say, hashtag geniusosity. Food is coming in. That's cool. Is there anything else we could be murdering right now? Oh my god, there's so many gazelles. Everybody go get a gazelle. Just murder, like, all the gazelles that are on the planet right now. Or at least on this map. Don't even worry about the iguana anymore. There's a happy tree sprout, rather. Sure. I'm not going to do anything with it. It's very hard to grow a tree inside of a spaceship, but somebody will want to buy that. I'll force my grandkids to cling to the Dave train. Pass your hoodie on. Yeah, no, your hoodie... No, well, you could pass the hoodie on, or you could be buried in it, which will really mess with future generations when they dig your corpse up. I don't know why they do that. I don't know, maybe they're building a housing development, and they dig up your grave, and they're like, what is this shirt? And they'll be like, that's how geniusosity began. Hashtag geniusosity. I've studied that in school. Give Mrs. Dave my thanks. I will. Thank you. We have samples of some of them. And by sample, I mean we purchased it ourselves. We paid full price for it. But, sample. We paid for it like you guys do. We may have spent more in the store than anyone else, but we don't have samples of everything. So I'm glad you're pleased with that. We're always worried about that because it is kind of a third party thing. It's not like we've got these in our house ready to ship out. So am I ever going to put hydroponics on my ship? That would be great. I have no idea where. Where am I going to put hydroponics? This is why I really need more grav light panels, because the next things that would go in here would be hydroponics, and I wouldn't mind actually getting a throne room, because I'm missing out on all those royal permissions. It wouldn't have to be like the best throne room in the world, but something passable. If I could get up like 3 ranks in royalty, that would be fine. That's pretty much all I need. That'll get me like 2 or 3 really good permissions that I can use down the line. And we all know what that is. That's summoning disposable heroes. So I can get them killed instead of me. Any, no, we've made no moves on this. Knife, I'm going to have to put you back on the thing where you do the learning and the stuff. Yeah, do the research. Because Grime's having too many freakouts. Grime, we're going to... Okay, are you up? Yeah, you're sane again. Drop your weapon. There you go. That's one less thing you need to worry about. All right, you're hungry. Planetary habitat. You want to be in space. Great, we are working on that. That's where we're planning on going, Grime. That's probably going to be my next step. If I can get some more grav-like panels. And that, by the way, somebody can... No, belong, sorry, please. Thank you. Somebody can use that if we want to. And by the way, Grime, you've got one of the nicest bedrooms on this ship. How long till we blow this popsicle stand? Well, we got to get this third thing done. We got to get this thing hacked. And then we got to hack this thing. And then after all of that, hopefully we get a grav core that, again, I don't ideally need. I really don't. Where are we going to go after that? Everyone's kind of having a nap now anyway. View the planet. Where are we going to go after that? What's up here? That's another grav core. I don't really need that. I need the grav-like panels. Or I need to go into space so I can make them myself. There's no other things that I can immediately see anywhere. We're looking for these things, obviously. And I don't immediately see a lot of stuff here. Is there anything local I might like to just visit? Like, say, what is this? A valley and lava caves. No, I think I'm all set with lava right now. I think I'm all set with lava. Lava's fine, thank you. Cliffs and caves, and what else we got down here? Terraforming scar, more animals. Junkyard. Oh, we were going to go to the junkyard, right. Because that sounds like wicked fun. Wicked fun. A junkyard. How is and an ancient launch site. Well, we're definitely going there. Hang on, there's mechs coming. Cool. Like, except not. So the mechs have figured out where we are. Great. When are they going to be here? 5 days? Are you 5 days? I got 5 days to get out of here? Okay, we better be able to hack that thing in 5 days. And I'm not 100% sure I can. I can leave at any point, but dang it, I spent so much time here. Doing the wall, and there was lava, and we haven't even finished our thing yet, and... I got 5 days to get out. That's it, 5 days. Guys, I really need you guys to finish this. Because that's like a quest. Hey, Stench, what are you doing? You're cooking. Nito, could you finish this, please? Could you just, like, really... And Bertha, why don't you... You're cleaning. Great, cool. You're not assigned to construction. You are now. Bertha, where'd you go? Construction. I don't care if you can do it or not. Do that. Hook, what are you doing right now? You're hunting a gazelle. That's probably a good move. You're carrying steel. That's a terrible idea. Why don't you go... you're not assigned to construction. Okay, just, like, do these things, please. Stench, you're going to come over and work on this, right? No, you're cooking meals again. And you've already botched the construction. Okay, I want to get that done. 5 days. Yeah, no, Rob, I have seen it in my side game that I'm playing, by myself, not on the channel, which is rare, I know. I actually just got a 5-day notification. Yeah, 5 days is all we got. I kind of want to start doing the Bowie 5-year song and just rework it to 5 days, but I won't. Grimes' hack has been detected. Okay, he's locked out. How far do we get? 14 hours before we can hack that again. All right, we better be able to get this. If I get all the... I wonder if I can come back. No, because I don't have a... Shield's going off on a tantrum. Neato. Shield's going to be in a coma very soon. How's your psychite nonsense going? So 29 days. Yeah, he's going to be in a coma momentarily. So Shield's up and Shield's right back down. Right back down. No, I can't come back because... Well, actually, maybe. Can I? Will this map be burned with this thing in it? Probably. Just for argument... no, I won't do that because it's gonna move people around. I was going to set up a launch thing, but we won't do that. That seems unnecessary. Wouldn't mind another bookcase, too. That's kind of a side project. Shield's breaking stuff. What is the end game of this? Hang on. I'll be right back to that question. That's actually a really easy answer. So we've done the monument. Cool. A war merchant. I don't suppose they've got a strange shipment of narcotics, do they? Are they like into war and psych IT? That would be great. The end game is you eventually go to what I guess would be described as like the Mechanator mothership and defeat the Hive Queen or whatever. It's like the Borg. Like you go kill the queen and then there's like the mechs stop hunting you. So that is the end game of that. I could build. I mean, I might be able to build a grav anchor. Oh no, I don't. I'm one advanced component short. Which is we're actually working on them right now. Shield's off his trip. That's cool. I'm not gonna focus again. I'm not gonna really focus on a grav anchor because we've done mortars. Oh, we finally did mortars. Cool. That took a while. Why don't we get on to brain wiring? Nothing wrong with this colony that a joy wire can't cure. Is the mech ship a cube? It better be. That is the most efficient thing it can be. And we'll go check in with these people. I don't expect they're going to have really anything I want. And more importantly, I don't really have a lot to sell. Although I could sell a bunch of weapons I don't need. I got to put a trade beacon in here. You know what? I need to put a trade beacon in here kind of now. I missed a lot of sales with that merchant because we didn't have a trade beacon in here. So put one there and actually put one down here too because I got a lot of money over there. All right, go trade with these guys. All right, they have nothing really that I want. They've got tigers. Well, they have a tiger. I could get into the wolf game. Do you build ship weapons? Yes, absolutely. Yep. You can basically put turrets on the outside of your ship. There's better turrets we can be getting to. There's all sorts of things you can do. You can absolutely build this into a warship, and I think there's shields at some point down the line. So yeah, eventually you go deal with the mech queen, and then we're done. Right. Well, there really obsidian maces. First of all, we built it, and I didn't know that. Only 36 on that. I thought that'd be worth way more money. Apparently not. What do you guys have? Nothing really. Nothing that I want. No, I'm just going to try and sell off some things for some basic money. So I can start building for weapons for your ship. Well, we were kind of, and by we I mean me, we were kind of thinking about the next place we land, seeing what happens with the mech threat. Like letting them come. Like bring it. I would rather have my army of mastodons ready for that. I'm not facing off against mechs without an army of mastodons. I'm just going to sell off a few garbage weapons here and probably call it a day with these guys. Molotovs. I'm not going to use Molotovs. I might use those frag grenades. I will sell off the Tox grenades. Wait. Oh! I do have more money because the thing wasn't in place the last time. I didn't have my relay beacon. Okay, that's cool. Everything's back to normal now. Well, geez, I guess I'll sell the longsword because that's worth a lot of money. And Grime doesn't want it. He wants a nice hitty weapon rather than a stabby weapon. Boy, I picked up a lot of auto pistols lately. You know, if nothing else, this will free up some space. You guys can have that seed. You can have that ambrosia. I'll leave the smoke leaf joints because people love that sort of thing. And I will take some medicine in exchange for that. Let's give me, like, say, 20 of those. And I will actually, might want to take some pemmican. No, call it a day. That's fine. We'll take that. Kiwi! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glenn, how are you doing today? How are you doing? The ancient garrison is up and running. Cool. Where's the ancient garrison? Where is that in relation to me? It's actually not that far. So what do we got in the ancient garrison here? Well, an ancient garrison. I don't know what that's going to mean. That's fine. Maybe it'll be another unique weapon. Who knows? Okay, go back to the world. I'm on a time frame now. Now I'm on a clock. And this is not ready to... Yeah, 4 hours we can hack that again. If I gotta leave, then... Big deal is what I'm seeing here. Because if this is just a grav core, that's real cool. But I don't need that. What I need is the grav light panels. So if this is not going to come together, here's my thought. My thought is I'm going to put the last of my coffee in my mouth. My next thought is we get whatever we can get here, go over maybe to that junkyard. That sounds like a real happy time. Where was that again? That was sort of down one of these things. No, it wasn't that one. Temperate forest. Yeah, junkyard. So, it's good land. There's animals. Oh, Hook's on a tantrum. Lots of trees, land of abundance plus junkyard. And we kind of chill there for a bit. And then work on the ship so we can get into space. I need some kind of airlock. Can we just grab it and run? Possibly. I mean, Buzzkill, you're not wrong. We can attack it to get the thing, but we're going to have to deal with mechs for that. You know what? Buzzkill? That's smart. But here's where geniusosity comes in. If this trading team starts to leave in this direction, then I am going to just get everyone on draft, immediately go here and start shooting this thing. And hope that whatever threat is coming comes now. Because they could be disposable heroes for me. And they've got tigers. Well, they have a tiger. That's got to be good. That's got to be decent. Are we moving on hacking the Whoozy McWhatsit over here? Where did they go? Yeah, Grimes in. Grimes very smart, too. Grimes almost halfway done with that. Might be able to get this done. But the idea of just shooting it is not the worst idea. It's a terrible idea. But just shoot it while there are disposable heroes near you, which there might be because I actually kind of trapped them in here. They've either got to go north or west. Interesting. God, I'm so smart sometimes it terrifies me. I lie awake at night going, you can't be this smart, it's dangerous. But here we are. This is fascinating. Okay, hang on, they're leaving. Everything's stopped. Bertha's got inspired surgery. Nobody cares. Everybody, except Grime. Knife, what do I arm you with? An LMG, neat. Everybody, come over here. Sort of down here, if you would. Slow down. Everybody just slow down. I'm thinking. Shield, what have you got? Yeah, you got an LMG. Come on down here. This is either pure, unfiltered, uncut Colombian geniusosity, #geniusosity, or this will be a wipe, and we'll have to start over. It's going to be... we're not moving fast enough. Stench, shoot this thing. Okay, Stench, you're not where I need you to be. Stench, move up. Okay, shoot this thing. Can we not shoot it? Hack or destroy. I like the destroy part. Can we work on the destroying part? I think I'm going to have to pull back. These guys are just not going where I need them to go. Never mind. No, everyone just go back to work. Everyone go back to work. They're just not heading in that direction. And I don't think I can put that together. All right, well, we're going to have to miss out on pure, unfiltered Colombian geniusosity, #geniusosity, because geniusosity is about recognizing that ain't going to work. We're not going to do that. Oh, hey, Stench, sorry, we don't need to be doing any of this anymore. Just don't bother with any of that. In fact, if you could actually start deconstructing this wall, if you could start just deconstructing this, please. Everybody deconstruct some things. If lava comes... If lava's like, ha-ha, he's taking down the lava wall. Everybody move. Lava to the front desk, please. Then we'll just leave. I'll just get in the ship and leave. No big deal. But yeah, if nobody has anything else to be doing, go ahead and start taking all of this stuff down. And also deconstruct this. That can all go. And we'll have to think about some other things. Probably, well, right before we go, I will take down the geothermal. It was geniusosity, Buzzkill. You're right. It was pure, uncut, unfiltered Colombian geniusosity. #geniusosity. Flown in through Florida, I assume. I'm told that's how those things are done. But no, it's not going to work. And I'm not going to wipe just to wipe the team for... look, often when I have a team wipe, it's comedy, but I'm not going to do it specifically for comedy value. We had a thunderstorm so bad my flat shook like an earthquake last night. Well, that's because you're in New Zealand. I assume you people just have terrible, terrible weather because the gods are angry. Gods looked at New Zealand and said, we ain't having that. Ain't gonna do that. We already did Australia. Why we gotta do New Zealand? Okay, cool. Stench, you're doing that. Again, we failed to bury anyone, so we're just not gonna bother, kid. Just cancel anything that's not important. All right, just don't bother, dude. Go deconstruct something important. The hacking thing is proceeding. I think maybe one more of those, and we're going to be in good shape. In fact, Grime, are you off on a trip? Are you having a bad day? You're going for a walk. Could you do the thing? I mean, it's just like, dude, you're almost done with it. So you may as well, and you're wicked smart. So 365. Okay, we'll kind of see how that goes. If he taps out, I'll send Knife in. Knife is also very, very smart if asleep. Knife, what's your major problem today? Oh, you also have genetic psychite dependency. Great, I really need some drugs. Not me, personally. I mean, my team here really, really needs them. You're also about to go into a coma. I really need to find some hardcore narcotics. Actually, not even hardcore. Softcore narcotics is what I need here. I just need some psychite tea. I wonder, could we preemptively harvest some of this, please? And just see if we can get it at all? I don't even care. Just if we can give it like 1 or 2 cups of tea put together, that'd be fantastic. And before I forget, why don't we actually get a bill going for that? So yeah, make psychite tea. I don't know, do it until we have, I don't know, that many. Sure, 18. 18's a great number. I love the number 18. The hunt for the penguin. Wait, what now? Track down and kill a dangerous fugitive known as Penguin? Oh my god, you're awesome. Drunkenly insulting the Stellar. An abandoned orbital platform. For a grav core, not grav light panels. I'm probably... Like, there's other places I can get grav cores. We might get one here, and then there's another one up in the place that's terrible, that's worse than Betty's Hellscape. So I'm not really shy on the grav core thing as much as I am on the grav light panels. And to make those, I'm going to have to go into space. So keep working on this. All right, we're locked out for 11 hours, but it's going to be done very, very soon. I've got 4 days still. Really, it's going to depend on what it takes to hack this thing. That's kind of the key. So I could deconstruct those. Hack or destroy. I assume once we've hacked the other thing, I'll get a thing saying now we can hack this. Get things moving a little bit faster here. Bertha, what's your plan? You're going to go harvest that. Awesome. Cool. All right, we've got some psychite. Could somebody actually... Oh, we're already doing it. All right, we're already on the psychite tea. That is super awesome, crazy, wonderful of you. So that'll keep my psychite people going for a little bit. We're obviously probably going to put that over with... We're putting it in here? Did you finish that? Wait, what do you... Okay, I get the smoke leaf joint thing. Did you not just make tea? Where did you put it? Are you hoarding it? Medical emergency. Yeah, shield's down because he needs tea. My man needs some tea here. Okay, we'll get him up in here. I think it is being made. I'm just going to put that up to number 1 briefly. So yeah, let's just... Yeah, there's 3 here somewhere. Somebody has 3. So, shield, we're going to set up a bill for you to administer some tea when you get around to it. Now, who else was it? Was it Knife? It was Knife. Ah, you've had psychite tea. Are you hoarding it? No. Well, I'll search for it later. Oh, I see it. It's right there. It's right there in the freezer. All right, Thule is doing nothing at all to help shield. That's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's great. And there's a bunch of poop. So plenty of Mastodon poop. This will keep us going in tea for a little while. So good move, us. That was reasonably smart of me to do that. Reasonably smart. Hey, Bertha, you're resting. Could you just deal with Shield, please, so we can get Shield back up and running? Just give him a cup of tea. Just shove one down his throat. There you go. Okay, Shield's back up and running. Yay! Got to remember to grow a lot more of that later. And then maybe we just do the same thing. First things first, turn off sewing on any of these. We're not going to be here. And then let's get this stuff harvested, because that is food that we could be walking away with. Anything you get, you get. I don't even care what it is. How much longer until we can hack this again? Because I will wake somebody up. 3 hours until we can hack that. Get them up. Who's the smartest? Is it Knife or Grime? So that is... Oh, yeah, it's Grime all day. I mean, Knife's really smart, but Grime is the smartest person on the planet right now. So we'll get Grime on that one. Okay, this is all getting taken care of. Hey, Knife, you can actually peel back a little bit on that, and then maybe focus on some other things that we could be doing that could help us to get out of here before the mechs show up. Just saying, the mechs are coming. It has to have been 3 hours at this point. Relay Stabler is going to be hacked again. Yeah, good. Go do that. Get up and go do that. I don't care if you're hungry. I don't care if you're cold. Just get up and go hack that thing. And then we'll figure out what the next step is. I'm kind of hustling for things I don't even really want. So, sound like someone trying to smash down the wall. Oh, the storm. Yeah, sorry. I thought people were talking to me. And I have to understand they're generally not. 4:30, 4:31. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get through that just fine. Grime, you check in with me when you are ready to roll there. If you could, please. I'd appreciate that, kid. And then that mace that I got. Yeah, there we go. The obsidian mace. Knife. That was what you wanted, right? Wait, who wanted that? That was Grime. Okay, Grime, don't come back here just to get a mace. We'll get you that when we get you that. It'll be fine. Oh, hang on. It's begun to destabilize. Is that good or bad? I'm genuinely not sure. I feel we should keep an eye on this. I feel that's something we should pay attention to. Hey, Grime, while you're not doing anything, could you go get that mace? You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. So this is destabilized now. So previously, prior to this, it was stable because we had 3 stabilizers, and what I've done is remove the stabilizers, and this is now currently unstable, destabilizing, retro stabilizing, backtrack stabilizing, the opposite of stabilizing, and I'm kind of, well, I think understandably concerned about the explodey factor. I'm concerned when something becomes destable. One of the results, one of the consequences of that could be a small and or large explosion. Relay crash. Okay, hang on. There's been a crash. What is this? Okay, attack it to destroy it. I understand that part. I understand those words. Go here, guys. Team, go here, because we might be leaving kind of toot sweet here. We might be leaving real quick. Okay, so everybody pile in. Let's try to avoid shooting each other, if we could, and then let's all shoot this thing. Everybody shoot it. No. Bertha, stop it. Stop it, Bertha. You're being very silly. Being very silly. Go get yourself a weapon. Okay? You're being extremely silly about things, Bertha. Go away. Oh, never mind. We've done it. All right, Bertha, keep doing that. Okay. There are panels. Oh, I'm so excited. Hang on. There's a relay defense response. Okay. Team. I'm gonna need to play some RimWorld here. So okay, we've done that bit. And this bit, where's this bit? Okay, this is the response team, is it? I see one there and I see one up there. Okay, so far so good. Let them just kind of pop out. Let's see what they are. Are they gonna pop? Okay, there we go. I got an eye here. We've got a scyther. Okay, stench. Here. And then you guys, actually you're all armed now. You can all come over here. Is the Mastodon ready to go yet or not? No, you're good for hauling, and you're good for... Oh, you are into attacking. Okay, we've got a War Mastodon. Everything is not ideally fine, but finer than it was previous to this, because we have a solitary War Mastodon. Okay, Bertha, where are you at, Cat? You are... Oh, you're equipping it. That's going to take you a bit, isn't it? Everyone else get over here. Okay, here we go. Everybody line up, preferably with a mastodon. That would be great. And shoot this thing. Oh, it's... Wait a minute. What do you mean it adapted? I've never seen that before. What does that mean? Are you, like, not as susceptible to being shot in the face? It adapted. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? But just, you know, just basically shoot it a bunch. Just shoot it, like, a lot. Grime, you're gonna... Oh, it's into the mastodon. It's getting some mastodon on. Yeah, it's getting its mastodon on. There we go. You come here and shoot it. Okay. I have no idea what adapted means. And I find that a very threatening phrase. Where's contestant number 2, please? Where did you go? Oh, you're right behind us. Okay, cool. Everyone go there. Actually, I have Animal War Call ready to go. Is there anything in the area? Not really. No. Animals are sensibly fleeing. Sensibly fleeing. Oh, hang on. This thing's got a plasma rifle. Or a whatchamacallit, the thing. The thing that I don't really want to encounter. And, animals attack. Go ahead. Animals, go, 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 animals. Go, 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 Mastodon. There we go. And Grime, get in there with the mace. That thing is going to be useless at short range. So there. Oh, it's dead. Never mind. We've done it. Yay! Cool. That kind of worked. And what's my time frame? 3 days. 3 days to get out of here. Okay, before anyone does... Oh, Bertha, you're finally up and about. Before anyone does anything at all, we go get these. Haul those to Hook. Haul those. Thule. Haul... Thule? Don't backtalk me, Thule. Haul those. And Grime. Haul that. Get them while they're hot. All right, let's just get these things in there. So that was 165 panels. Not bad. Not bad. Show me my radius right now. I know I can move that grav core around, and I've actually got an extra one now, so I don't even need to do that. So my most buildable space is kind of up at the nose of the ship. And if I put that third grav panel down, or grav core rather, that'll get me a little more buildable space, really. More panels I can put on it anyway. Because I don't have a lot. I've only got, what, 65 panels I can put down before I'm maxed out. So the other grav core will help with that. I might put that towards the bottom down here so I can expand down here. We'll think about that. We'll see how that kind of goes. The important part is we got what we wanted to get. That is key. And we got all the things, right? Okay, we've moved all the panels. I want to see some panels lighten up here. There we go. 165 panels and a grav core. We have successfully hauled those. Cool. Let's start taking down everything else. We're out. Deconstruct that. Deconstruct these windmills. We might get, a few extra components out of this. And everything else, I've got 3 days. And if we don't get all of this, that's fine. I'm basically like, where are you guys going? Where are you going? What are you doing? You're hunting a gazelle. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Let's get some extra food in here. That's not the worst idea in the world. But let's not go crazy on that. Bertha, what are you hunting? You're hunting also a gazelle. Well, we won't bother the donkeys. They can live free. And we'll just try and get everything else. Okay. So, get this going a little bit more. Now, I feel a lot more comfortable. Well, not comfortable, because I don't actually want to go there, about going over to the Scarlands to see what's in that, because that's probably the same kind of thing. Except we know for a fact there's going to be mechs in there. I really want to go... Is it me? I just really want to go to the junkyard. I think that sounds super fun. So which one was that? That's, yeah, this one right here. This one. I just kind of want to go to the junkyard. I think that sounds really, really cool. I mean, there's probably junk. There's probably junk in there that we could be having. Oh, I'm very excited. We've got gravlight panels. We've got plenty of fuel to take off right now. We've got a teeny little bit in reserve. Not much. Yeah, but we do have a lot of wood. While we're just kind of killing off this last day, could maybe somebody do like 2 or 3 things of chem fuel? And we've got, wow, for a map that had no wood on it, we've harvested 1,700 pieces of wood. Umka, welcome, welcome. 1,700 pieces of wood, Umka. 1,700 pieces of wood. Well, in that case, make more chem fuel. Why am I being stingy with the old chem fuel here? Make more of it. I mean, why not? Catonius, I would love to be not in lava. That's and honestly, if we're honest about things, and we are, that's kind of my daily goal. Not be in lava. You know, try and have a good day at work, relax a little bit, chill out, and not be in lava. When I see lava in the real world, I say, I'm going to go the other way. Not today, sir. Not today. I'm going to go the opposite way of where lava is. And it's working out real good. Okay, because my encounters with lava have been zero by not going where the lava is. I knew Buzzkill would vote Junkyard. That goes without saying. But I'm also voting Junkyard. I just think it'd be... Am I the only one who thinks that sounds super fun? It would probably be like a lot of slag, I bet. It would be like a lot of slag steel. But we're going there. This is not a democracy. This is a Dave-mocracy. Speaking of Dave-mocracy, we're going to have a think. And I'll put up a poll fairly soon about what the Halloween live stream is going to be, because that's coming up sooner rather than later, and Halloween this year is on a Friday, so it's going to be the normal time for the live stream. So I'll put up some choices. I don't think they're going to be radically different, because I haven't really gotten any other games recently that are sort of horror or Halloween themed or anything like that. But we'll have to think about what the Halloween live stream is going to be. I'll put up a poll, and you guys can figure it out. And then I will just make an executive decision that has nothing to do with the numbers. It's how we work. We all know that. We all know you can put your vote in, and I am certainly looking at the results of the vote, but I'm also interpreting them to my own devices. Sometimes those two things meet. Sometimes my wishes and yours are the same thing, and then sometimes they're not. So no, we won't be doing Dark Souls. No. I spent like 2 hours trying to get through the tutorial and failed miserably. Great game, just not for me. It's a fantastic game for somebody else, is really what it is. But no, we won't be doing that. Yeah, I'll put something up, and we can all kind of figure out what our plan is with that. And by our plan, I of course mean, my plan. My plan. Could we get some things deconstructed? I'd love to just leave. That would be my ideal. Maybe we'll start next time by leaving, because it's going to take them a while to finish all these tasks. I got 2 days left. I would like to get this deconstructed because there's valuable things in there that I don't want to leave behind. I don't know if I'm going to take a hit by leaving this behind. I don't think I am. I think that's going to be okay. Shields down here making some more chem fuel. Excellent. Yeah, let's wrap it up there, guys. Let's wrap it up there. We'll come back to this next time where we're immediately going to leave and go to a junkyard, ideally. And my plan, because I know we're all very excited about my plan is while we're at the junkyard, I'm going to build out the ship to accommodate some sort of airlock so that our next jump we can go into space. Because I got to get this Vaxstone stuff. If we don't get Vaxstone, we can't really go much further in Odyssey. This is just a glorified airplane at this point. But that's the thing, is go into space and mine some Vaxstone and then do our thing and then figure out what we do after that. But we're going to go to the junkyard, we're going to expand the ship to incorporate some sort of airlock, and then eventually go into space. Guys, I will check out there. I'll let you get on with far more important things to do with the rest of your day than this nonsense. Thank you very, very much for coming by. I say it every time, but I love doing this for you guys. I look forward to this every single week, and you guys never disappoint me. I come in, I have an amazing time. Hopefully you have a half-decent time. I will see you next week. Thank you, as always. Goodbye, and